Because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to one of two ways. Life or your life. You know, that's the whole analogy of Jesus. That's the whole analogy of the sacrificial lamb, right? They say it take one perfect man to reinstill the perfection, the imperfection that bled into humanity with that sin, brother. Yeah, we are perfect, brother. You don't need to be perfect. Natural is perfect enough. Balanced. Perfect balance. We are imbalanced in that we are imperfect. Yes. And so it took another man to make up for another man's sin, because Eve supposedly sinned. But without him, it would have been just her that sinned. It's the whole point. Yes? It's the way the story goes in whatever book you got. That's not a reference to the actual physicality and physiology, as well as the kinetic, as well as comedic science behind the actual reality. You know, that I won't say the actual reality, but the actual relevance. Okay? The actual regulation. Okay? The actual application, right? It's all about, it's a moral structured sort of it's a moral instruction of a conscious effort towards goodness, right? And that's what you equate with perfection. When you think of perfect, you think angelic, you think righteous, you think sinless. When you think perfect, you don't think healthy. That's what I think about when I think about perfect. I don't think about sinning. If I feel it, I want to do it. How it could be a sin if I want to do it and I ain't made to do the shit? Well, that's what that book is supposed to be explaining to you, yes? And that's where Jesus come in, no? Well, it's gonna come down to one thing or the next, man. What matter most to you? You know what I mean? Because we in the mix. We absolutely in the mix. And there's some devilish shit going on. Okay? Some bestial activities occurring on the regular. Because see, when you are unaware, when you are unfocused, okay, when you are unconnected or disconnected from, when you are unassociated, when you are unfamiliar with that spiritual essence, that balanced, the other side of yourself, which is the spirit, which is that moral conscience of the conscious, which is consciousness in itself, which is actual intelligence, it is intelligent and alive on its own. Before you designated and directed towards whatever sorts of thinking process or sorts of calculating that you're doing for whatever sort of effect that you are interested in achieving or realizing or experiencing. It's already alive. It's already intelligent. It's intelligent in itself. That's how they can even talk about artificial intelligence. Right? If a brain make you intelligent, then how you gonna have anything that's intelligent without having a brain? Because intelligence is already alive in itself. Right? Your brain is just your connection to it. It's your configuration and compartmentalizing of it. You know what I'm saying? Because what you decide leads to what you perform, and what you perform leads to what then signaturizes, what then imprints upon your makeup, your signature. You know what I'm saying? Your DNA, for one, nigga, for your actual soul, your soul canvas. This is all a canvas, my nigga. right? And you can, yes, as an artist, man, you should have a collection. Man. You should have a collection upon collections. Man. And what does that take? That take walls, nigga. That take galleries, nigga. You can have a full factory full of, you know what I mean, full of pieces, full of your collection of canvases. Yes, but you still gonna need a gallery so as to display that. Yes. So what is the canvas? The canvas is in fact your imagination, is your imagination. Right? You take your imagination, you can think of anything. Right? You can think of anything, you can think of everything. It doesn't take being aware of what's possible to make something possible. Right? Now, the fact that you have done it made the actual existence of it possible, but the potential of it already exists in itself. Yes, and that it would be done, and that it could be done, and that it was done, or is or will be done, or could be done, right? If it's impossible to do, then there's no potential for it. But see, that's the point I'm making. Even when it is possible at the moment, anything is possible, cuz everything is possible. It's the part, right? And that is your gallery. You know what I mean? Those are the walls of that gallery. Whatever it is possible, but once it's done, then that shit done. It has now signaturized, nigga. You done threw your autograph on the bottom of that performance. And it's now in your gallery of possibilities, nigga, which are now past the point of potential, okay? Because even a possibility is still a possibility after it has manifested. It's still a possibility that has been manifested, right? You feel me? What is a possibility that has now fucking taken place? It's called reality is what it's called. It's now a reality. It's now an existing item of life, of history, nigga, of the universe. I mean, an existing entity, nigga. It is a reality, nigga. It is reality. It is truth. It is actuality, nigga. That has been performed. Perfection, yes. As far as life in itself, right? It's generating. It's active. Yes, it is growth. But it's also transformation, okay? To grow is to transform, right? Perform, transform, yes? Okay, now in your performance, you are transforming from one form into another form, from the potential realm into the possible realm, right? Now, what is the potential of a possibility? Now, that's another math in itself, right? Start with a P2. If I was supposed to sit here and think about it, I could probably put it to you, right? As far as the ratio, as far as the square root. When you multiply possibility towards potential, yes? Potentiality and possibility, right? What is the determining factor of how possible the potential of something is, right? It's probability, yes. That is the curve of probability. Okay? How possible something is and the potential for it. Yes? Because even though it's possible, it may not be, you know what I mean, impressive. It may not be, you feel me, preferred, nigga. And so its probability of manifesting, of being performed or transformed into the realm of reality from possibility, from potential through performance by probability, right? Because the probability of something increases the closer it is to its performance. Yes, it starts at zero when you ain't even realize that it's even possible to be done. But there are performances that you perform that happen before you think to do it, before you even think about thinking about doing it, before you even realize you're doing it or that you did it. Right? And that's that imagination, that's that envisioning, right? Because you can envision and you can imagine. Yes. Now, what's the difference between those two English words? Well, etymologically speaking, you got the word vis, yes? Followed by the prefix in, which starts with not an in, but an en, just like enthusiastic or encouragement, yes? But then you have incorrigible, which starts with an in, or you have a incorruptible, yes? Which starts with the in, which means the same.
Too many questions go unanswered. Too many dances, not enough rappers. Too many lessons go ignored. Watch me at the threshold dancing in the doorway, dangling an extension cord. Too many outlets, no plugs. Too many substances and no drugs. So much dope goes unaccounted for. Too many dealers, no fun. Too many players, not enough game. Too much to lose for no gain. See, too much mumbling, not enough numbers. Catch me punching up sums, adding up odds and adjusting colors. So much hunger, no wonder. Too many stars go undiscovered. So many charges, not enough trust. Too many gods, and no love. Too many gods, no love. No love, no love. Too many gods and no love. Too many gods and no love. Too many gods, no love.